Hey guys, it's Jim. Sunday morning. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. I've been super busy at work this week and I have a bunch of stuff that I picked up recently that I want to show off, share with you guys. I'm going to start off. I've got quite a bit of stuff, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can. But first off, I've got a couple of autographs. Bob Feller. This is just an awesome, it's a copy of a photo. Bob Feller, just really awesome, autographed right there on his forearm. I went to my local card shop and he had been reorganizing since he was closed for the COVID. He was pulling out all the stuff from the back and he was selling stuff off real cheap, and he had these autographs, so I grabbed them at a great price. But I just love that photo, and I love that he signed it right on his forearm. It's signed in pen, but you can still see the autograph real nice, and it's just a nice autograph. And also picked up this from the same shop. It's a 1939 M101-9 Premium. It was a Sporting News supplement, and it's also Bob Feller, and you can see the autograph there. Another pretty cool picture. I actually did a little research into this, and I believe that this isn't the actual supplement. I believe that this is a copy. Somebody printed it and he signed it. Just looking around on eBay, the ones that seem authentic. One guy has one that looks just like this, and I messaged him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's authentic," but I don't think it is. He wants 179 bucks for it. But the ones that I've seen that appear to be authentic seem to be printed fully across. Like, you see how light this is through this area. The ones that I believe to be authentic seem to be the full print all the way across through here, where it's not real light like that. And also the colors, it's hard to tell, by looking at pictures on eBay, but I just have a feeling that this one's a print and not the actual supplement. But anyway, still really cool. Awesome that it's got Bob Feller's autograph on it. So that's those two Bob Feller autographs. Really cool. Now also he had these portraits. These are from 1973-74. They're Lynette Studios portraits, or Lynette portraits they call them. And there was 208 cards total in this set. And they're from all MLB teams, so it wasn't just with the Red Sox, but they were with all teams. And yeah, so a lot of the players, there's several variations. So these aren't in great shape, but these were like 50 cents each, and so as a Red Sox fan, I just couldn't leave them. There's Carlton Fisk and Carl Yastrzemski. So you can see somebody had pinned these all up. They must have had them hanging on their wall at one point in time. Louis Tiant, Dwight Evans, you can see this one's all stained. But like I said, for 50 cents a piece, there was no way I could leave them. Mario Guerrero, Juan Beniquez, and yeah, Dan Carter. So that's it for those. Now I got a bunch of cards I want to show, so let me get the camera set up and I'll get those cards going right in 1 second. Okay guys, so as many of you know, I've been working on getting all of the Hall of Fame rookie cards from the 70s, and I've kind of been focusing on that a lot lately, so I'm going to show some cards here now. This one's a 1978 Topps. There's Jack Morris. I am not a big fan of these multiplayer cards, but it's Jack Morris. It is his rookie card, and so it's the only one he's got. And so here it is. I was a little disappointed with this card. This is the best value Hall of Famer card you could buy. First of all, you can pick up this card, you know, for under $25 most any time. This card I got for $20 with free shipping, which I thought was awesome. And I knew it had the old flip on the top, which I didn't really care about. It is an 8, so that's good. But I was a little disappointed when I got the card because there was a crack and a chip in this case, which it's hard to see, but yeah, it's chipped and cracked here. So anyway, I couldn't see it on the ad on the listing, and I did contact the guy, and he was gonna give me $5 back, but I told him it was fine. I mean, I'll just probably end up getting it reslabbed, but I can't believe the guy didn't know that and note it in the listing. Anyway, here's another one. Dawson, great player. Again, he's on there with 3 other dudes that nobody knows or remembers. But Dawson was an amazing player, and there's his rookie card, so I'm glad to have it. Another Cub, 1977 Topps, Bruce Sutter. Man, what a great reliever that guy was. Had that split finger. Awesome reliever. Hall of Famer. Here's the back. Next up is a card that I've always loved. 1978 Topps, Eddie Murray. This card screams badass if you ask me. I just love that image of Murray. And I love that it's his rookie card and it's got the gold cup on it as well. So yeah, super happy to have that one. Next up, another guy that I always loved, Eck. Great pitcher, great reliever, sweet card, sweet looking. I love this card. Yeah, so Eck's a great guy. He's a analyst on Nesson for the Red Sox games. This card's got a little print defect on the back, which is probably why it got a 7. Next up, I got a 1975 Topps. There's Robin Yount, another great player, Hall of Famer. This card looks awesome. It's fairly well centered and just has a real nice eye appeal to it. Super happy to have it. Next up, I got 2 cards from the top 100 cards of the 80s PSA set registry that I'm working on. First of all, this is a 1981 Topps Fernando Valenzuela, or Fernand, as Flair didn't put the O at the end of his first name. Anyway, I did have this card in an 8. Saw this one come up in a 10, and it was a price that I thought was pretty reasonable, and I decided to upgrade my 8 to a 10 because, for one thing, there's less than 170 10s that were ever graded, so they don't come up very often, and I figured that this was a pretty decent price, so I decided that I wanted it. And there it is. There's the back. And then I've got 1981 Topps, Tim Raines. That's 80. Not Topps. That's 81 Donruss, Tim Raines. And I had been looking at this card for months, wanting to get this card. And if I had gotten this card a couple of months ago, I probably would have got it for about $20 to $25 cheaper than what I ended up paying for it. But I always had it on my watch list, and I just kept putting off getting it. And then I noticed that the price was starting to creep up, so I figured I better get it now before it gets up to be more than what I want to pay. And so I'm very happy to have that one. And so lastly, when I was at the card shop, he had a box of cards for $1. And I couldn't pass up grabbing this guy. Just a classic, Don Massey, 1967 Topps. I'm sorry, 1966 Topps. This card's just a classic. Gotta love it. All right, guys. The 500 subscriber contest is going awesome. There's about 30 videos that I've seen. If anybody's made a video and I haven't commented on it, please leave me a message or get in touch with me to let me know. All the videos I've seen, I've commented on. I appreciate everyone doing the videos. There's been some amazing cards shown and some awesome stories told about the cards. And just want to thank everyone. The contest ends on the 15th at 12 a.m. So basically next Sunday, 12 a.m. on the 15th Eastern time, and the contest will be over, and I'll do a drawing shortly thereafter to pick the winners. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye for now.